Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hopefully that mic volume isn't too crazy out of control there. What you guys don't see in the background is, of course, whenever a song like this comes in, I'm totally just rocking out to it. Waiting to apparently start the stream. Because apparently I have pent-up aggression towards music and I feel like I want to punch it or something. That's a little inside joke of the music industry's pent-up aggression. People sitting there punching the music all the time. I don't know why they do it, but they feel the need to punch music a lot. It's weird. Kind of wonder what's going on inside their brains. Right? Am I right? Anyway, so tonight we're going to continue on our fun adventures in Divinity Original Sin 2. Or no, sorry. Getting ahead of myself there. Divinity Original Sin 2 will be coming, but we're just at this time continuing with the first game, so that we're not hopping into a new game and you guys are like, wait, what just happened? We still have a ways to go in the first Divinity Original Sin. So fun times. Something I did want to quickly make a comment on, and I might do this more in depth on the next Mortiel fallacy that we do. I hear a lot of people that are pretty much of the mind that the EA can't possibly go out of business, that there's no way they could go bankrupt, and I just want to tell people, so that is actually something that could happen, especially with the EA, the way the EA is putting a lot of their revenue streams into the basket of the loot box, the FIFA Ultimate Team loot box that now permeates most of their games, and it's becoming a large chunk of their revenue. If that was suddenly taken away, say by governmental regulations or bans, that could lead to a major destabilization of their economic structure and lead to them going bankrupt. Just food for thought there. We might study that in depth on a future Mortiel fallacy. I'm not sure if we're going to do it this Wednesday, but it's something to have a consideration on. Anyway, let's go ahead and get moving over to the fun stream, the fun section on here. And we're gonna go ahead and cool off the music on here, because, you know, screw music. Music is for the weak. No, it's because we're gonna have the great glorious music as made by Larian Studios, because it's amazing. I don't see any reason why a person would not want the game audio of this playing, because it's just so great. All right, so I'm gonna have to remember all the shit where I'm at, as long as I don't crash the game whenever I open it up, which I did do that. By the way, guys, don't be like me. Don't crash games whenever you're trying to open them because you are impatient and click other places. Trying to do too many things at once, you know, that's usually a bad way to go about things. Man, I really screwed this up. It's all sorts of fuckered up right now. So, by the way, guys, if you did not know, I actually know a little bit about technology. I know, it's shocking, and you probably never would have guessed. There we go. Alright, so now, let's go and capture you up. There it is. Isn't that pretty? It's great. That just... so melodic intro, it's just so good. Like I could go to sleep to this every night. That's how good it is. It's just so relaxing and so calming. Yes, that's really what it's about. It's the mixture of that calm and soothing little string piece there mixed with the waves. That's really what does it. All right, so gonna continue on. I'm gonna have to take a moment to get my bearings and figure out where I left off. I know I was in Sicil. I can't remember how far along I was in Sicil. I believe I got Griff. Did I just call him Griff? Is he Griff? Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know any... Oh! Yes. Wolgraff is his name, not Griff. Okay, so that's right. That's where we are. We are about to embark on a major quest plot point here.
Stop right there. Until you're not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene.
Yes, yes. It's a magnificent murder scene. Okay, so we're gonna walk in here. I see some blood on the floor. See a strange object there. I wonder what that object is. Let's go find out. Uh-oh. Zap.
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Yep. Got this nice... These nice features here. I am on a rock in the middle of nothing. Like, literally, it's just a rock floating in space. Forget anything you know about science because...
Terrible, terrible, terrible!
Oh,
it will by the quill that lasts a billion words. What's this? 2 Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time? How very, very, very curious.
I love Zigzags, by the way. Hands down one of my favorite characters in this series. He is so animated that you can't not like him. That's really what makes him great, is that it's like he's just so great about everything. We were suddenly and mysteriously transported here. Do you know how or why?
Your guess is as good as mine, my newfound comrade. Here I stood upon this tiny vestige of space and time, and there you appeared. Quite good timing, by the by, because the ground here has been fast shrinking beneath my feet.
Shrinking.
Oh, but I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zigzags the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is and hopefully all that is to be.
Well, why is this place, as you say, shrinking?
At last a question I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end of time. If that didn't send your heart into your stomach and your pulse a-flutter, it should have. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself.
That is pretty disturbing.
Something totally, utterly terrible has happened.
So a little pause moment on here. What's very interesting about this is, while this is complete fantasy and nothing of this is based in science, it's kind of interesting that the sudden appearance or the sudden discovery of an end of space-time actually could be scientifically plausible, although obviously no way to prove that because it's the edge of the universe. I believe one of the theories is like there's heat death and then there's cold death or something like that, where essentially, I'm trying to remember, I'm not like an astrophysicist, so forgive me if I'm getting stuff wrong here, but I think there was the dark matter or whatever causing the universe to continue to accelerate outwards into infinity, right? And the idea is that eventually the mass will start spreading apart, and even up to just on a molecular level, everything in the universe will start to just drift apart, right? And then that will actually cause it so that atoms no longer bounce into each other and molecules no longer bounce into each other, which will no longer create friction, which then will cause the universe to die of heat death. What's known as heat death because there's no friction among those molecules. I think there was another one, an alternative theory, where something like that everything would kind of slingshot back and end up imploding in on itself, and that was the cold death or something. I maybe get my terms wrong here, so forgive me on that one. But him being in a piece in a distant part of the universe of space-time, and suddenly there being an edge to it, one might say that that was that cold death happening, where the universe had reached its limit and was slingshotting back in towards the center in order to implode on itself. So, complete fantasy that somehow can relate to real science. Alright. Out with it, Sir Imp. What exactly has happened here?
Show, don't tell, I always say.
I like the way
so
you think, Zigzags.
Go, peer through yonder looking lens and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
I'm just...
Maybe quite mad.
Then we had better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
I'm just saying, this is a magnificent fucking telescope. This is like glorious. I wish this was mounted on the roof of my house. Oh, anyway. Come on, let me look into it. There we go. What's this? Uh-oh.
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't it? What's this? The portal. It's... The portal has become active. Fantastic. Astounding. Onward we should go.
Well, I want to look through your shit. Because, you know, this would not be an RPG if I couldn't just, you know, scrounge through your stuff, see if there's anything of value to steal, which I really don't think there is here. But, you know.
The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting and hoping, could it be?
Could it be?
You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end itself to move further away.
So I am actually a proponent of heat death. In case anybody's curious, I am causing the universe. I am dark matter. I am accelerating the universe farther away from itself, therefore increasing the universe towards heat death.
Those torches, alight! This portal active once more. It cannot be coincidence. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it.
Yes, it looked like someone was shining a flashlight at me and making shadow puppets.
It is the void itself, the dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exactly what I mean.
I see.
I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as well. It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. in. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal would ignite. Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one.
Yes, yes, he does. Hence why you notice the very strict pattern to his flooring in his observatory.
Ah, though I cannot say for certain. If it is what I believe, then our prayers might well be answered.
Oh, but what if they aren't?
In fact, every last question that ever plagued your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is nothing other than... But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we lead through, we'll find out for certain.
Nothing other than... I'm not going to tell you.
After you, after you. Oh, what wonders we may find on the other side.
I love how he pushes me through the portal first, just in case it leads somewhere bad.
You first, but don't dilly-dally. Yes, just as I hoped. There she is. There it is. Come, don't delay.
And he's off.
And he's off.
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Could it be, milady? The weaver of time? Mother of history? Author of all that has ever been?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
Surely she must.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane? A stone. So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so? Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone. Source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say. But I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are.
Yes. What is this Starstone exactly, and where does it come from, I wonder?
Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret. A secret lost, even to me.
Well, that's quite a secret.
Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all.
Well, I mean, yes, we have a mission, but I think I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that, you know, healing history and time itself is a little bit of a bigger and more important task. I mean, just a little bit. I mean, we have to keep perspective here. Solving some guy's murder or saving the universe. I know, they're really tough decisions.
Indeed you must. Though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost?
I mean, I don't know what's in it for me.
What'll it be, Source Hunter?
Warcraft stands awe-stricken by the tapestry of time. Even if he had a voice, you know he wouldn't find words for its majesty.
Never could I have dreamed of something so fantastic.
Do tell.
Isn't it beautiful, my friend?
Not but a moment ago, we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
She's not really one to be very logical on here. So we can't deny our reaction to the Starstone. There must be something to all of this, as mad as it may seem.
No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth, we have some serious work ahead of us.
We do.
Source Hunter, do the glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon, not just yet. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came from. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, you know, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days. Off you go then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time.
Yes. The Weave of Time said our finding Starstones helps her weave the tapestry once more. How is that even possible?
cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so, perhaps she knows why.
Maybe.
Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent, my eyes and ears upon your world.
Ah, yes. In pause. I wonder whoever his agent could be.
I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you, is of the essence.
I'd say so.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna take a quick gander. Ooh.
The Lady of Time, the weaver of history.
Gold cups.
I am your biggest fan, dear
No.
lady. Could I get your autograph?
It shall be my pleasure, Sir. I'll embroider it in the first volume of your all-encompassing chronicles.
This is the last chest. The last chest, the last chest.
I am the last chest, the last chest, the last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it! Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me!
Yes. Although, I can't remember offhand where to find each one of those, but I suppose we'll get there in time.
Where you chronicle, I will
Feels so nice wandering around here without a certain annoyance that we'll get to later on. The Forbidden Zone. It's annoying that that portal refuses to work. I don't know why it refuses to work. It is, after all, the Forbidden Zone, which means I should be allowed to go there, does it not? Oh, I gotta check these vases and see if there's anything of note in here. No, probably not. Okay.
what lies at its heart. Of course, the great absence of
There's something.
cannot comprehend. It eludes us, like infinity, or the finality of tick-tocking time. How might I serve our mission? In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods and men, of beasts and spectral apparitions? The drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop on every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lovers' hands. This and all I chronicle without fault.
I would say that, except we're not in your tapestry, so, and yet we're here, which would mean that, yeah, apparently there's a fault somewhere.
Except, it seems, you.
Yeah.
Ask and I shall answer, if I can. Alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. You and Starstone remain the imperfections upon the tapestry. As yet. A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability, though. For the link between you and the stones reveals that your destinies are intertwined. I believe that starstones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No. They will also lead to new knowledge through the restoration of the threads of old.
This may sound silly, but aren't you lonely out here?
Oh, Hunter. I have no need for company. Like I have no need for air or appetite or affection. All I need, and all I am, is time. And time is running out, unless you remedy its decline.
Essentially what she's saying is she's dying.
And yet, I do enjoy your companionship, for you may prove to become the cure that will heal my slipping soul. I am the weaver of time, as I have told you, though my existence is one that falls behind and yet far exceeds the verb to be. I am but what I am, and that is task. It is the same for the historian. Chroniclers both are we of the epics of eternity. Perhaps we are one and the same. Task multiplied by 2. Who has made us? I do not know. Why have they done so? I do not know.
Those are existential questions, to say the least.
Am I the beginning? And am I to be the end? Who shall say? Perhaps I am the first thing in creation. Perhaps I am creation. Perhaps I am the creator. Or maybe it is you. You who makes dying stars rekindle. Time alone will tell.
No? Now, if I'm to understand correctly, I'm not at all featured on the canvas of time.
Quite so. Your absence, it should be an impossibility, but no matter where I look, you cannot be found. I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection, a blind spot in the eye of time. But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be undone, and time can be redeemed.
So I've heard this place called the End of Time. Is that what it is? No more, no less?
What it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. What it could be, that is what the starstones will tell us. What it is but the end. What it could be is the end of ends.
That's such not an answer.
I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared in these deep dark skies, I materialized here, as if forced to watch the one thing that is unwatchable, unendurable. A thankless task that you may yet free me from forever.
That is also an interesting tidbit. I wonder if I'm dropping something. I heard something fall over back behind me. You know, we'll look. But how can I redeem time if, as you say, I'm not even part of it?
I think that perhaps you can redeem time because you create time. Indeed, you have set in motion an event I no longer held possible.
It is you who create time.
Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here at the end of time and watched on as the void frays the fabric of time like a terrified god that fears the offspring of his own creations.
I sat here at the end of time and watched on as the void frays the fabric of time like a terrified god that fears the offspring of its own creation. In other words, she kind of created it indirectly.
But suddenly there was you. You who stirred the life within the stones. These stones, Children of stars. They place new ribbons along my fingers like phantoms out of time. New threads emerged, and I began to weave anew. Starstone gives me new strands to braid into the tapestry. And because you give Starstone energy, it seems that you are creating time.
Am I?
These Starstones, please, seek them so that time may yet be mended. Please, for the sake of all that lives and all that loves, seek them so that the void may yet devour itself alone.
But can it devour itself? I mean, how does that work exactly? Anyway, so off we are to, we'll say, the North Gate. Zoom, zoom, back we go. I believe we should be approached as soon as we get there. Here he comes. Run away! No!
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to no harm.
How do you know that?
I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone.
Let us do so indeed. I would greatly value Zigzags' agent's advice. I hate double possessives, by the way.
And I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer spiders are trying to catch.
I see.
It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight of dying time must somehow be interconnected.
What if Jake is time? Or maybe he works at State Farm Insurance. These are the questions that need answered.
That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way.
I do wonder, do you put absolute credence in the words of Zigzags? Time, void, the looming end?
Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. A pointless instrument stripped of the potential of creation. It is void. It is death. It is nothing.
This guy has a very dark outlook on pens that run out of ink. He sees a quill on his desk and no pot of ink, and he's like, it is death. Just saying, that's a little bit of a skewed analogy, and you might want to get that looked at.
I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars, but I do know I'd rather err on the side of caution.
By believing a magical space imp. Yeah, I get that.
If Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I lays beside the hearths of home.
How did you find out that Jake was a starstone collector?
While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the grande dame of time, I snuck into his house and had a look around. The advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house even rewards you with a slice of fresh herring.
Right.
That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent and innocent, though bloody murder may have been committed in their name.
So why is it particularly nice for us to have found a shelter somewhere?
Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word, safety.
Maybe.
But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves that by necessity call any patch of ground they rest upon home.
That's pretty depressing, honestly. He's pretty much calling us bums.
Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a precious circumstance, save it all too seldomly.
This is the most important question. How does someone become Zigzag's agent? That's really...
I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert, then shared what little food and water he had with him.
Why was he there?
So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed and marveled and told me stories about his travels.
Why was he there, though?
In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help him in any way I could. As of now, that includes helping the two of you.
Yes.
Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzag asked me to give to you. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you straight to its twin. Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat during your travels, do stop to say hello.
Yeah, say hello and watch as it looks at you like, what do you want? So, that's our next order of business. Let's go ahead and retrieve the second pyramid. These are going to be amazingly useful tools.
My gods, what is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm so screwed. There's no way in hell I'm winning this matchup. This is deliberate, too. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was that quick.
Little mix-up indeed. I don't know what... No, if you please! This room is private.
Pick up.
Treasure! If she soaks in flower stink much longer, deer will smell this lady from a field away. Stand there. We'll get something good for when she begins to starve.
Woolgraf gently starts to shove everyone towards the door. He may be an accomplished thief, but he's plainly out of his element as a peeping Tom.
Private! Yeah, those are definitely very, very useful. Because we can just throw them at stuff and teleport to them. Okay, so now we've got that handled. Alright, so got our teleport pyramids. Elf-Orc blood feud. We met an old elf, Eglander, who asked us to meet him in his room at the King Crab. He said he needed our help with something. So we're gonna go to the inn. Here, we're gonna go to his room.
When you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Freak this dude the fuck out because he watches us go in the room. I love the pillow. Anything of interest in here? Painting of a woman. Oh, Wolgraff. Do I have? Oh, he does have a lockpick. Pick lock. Hell yeah. Letter from the Duke of Pharaoh. Let's take a look at what we have here. That's pretty lame.
It's official. The Duke of Pharaoh is the worst poet in Rivellon.
In his defense, not much rhyme.
Yeah.
The source was in play here all right.
Nothing for it, but to keep looking for more clues.
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have.
Yep.
Like our noble Captain Aureus before you.
Except it's information you do have. Like this letter that you wrote to Esmeralda.
Which one? I've written Esmeralda more works of lyrical mastery than I can count. All that letter proves is my devotion to my lady, not any actual intention to do away with Jake.
Oh my.
Yes, she and I have a history. That's hardly a secret anymore. I quite doubt it was even a secret from Jake while he lived. As easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assure you that the affair was never so steamy and sordid as the busybodies around town make it out to be. Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his interests, she had hers.
Okay, yeah, we've heard all that before. We get it, we get it. Let's talk to the cat. Wait, who am I?
Have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
I think I'll sleep by the fire tonight, once the regulars stagger home. I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank, and I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in. Been the king crab's foremost patron ever since. So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was, all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own kind. And in that regard, there is no one like Maxine.
Maxine.
A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though.
Yeah.
We hit the cliffs right neath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say.
Yeah. So let's talk about this Maxine.
Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle, so fair a feline. The grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes in her sable coat. She's one of a kind, that cat.
So this is the part where we get to play a kitty matchmaker, right?
She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed.
Challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge.
Fortune! Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you even fathom, old friend.
Alright, so... Citizen. I like when people's name is just Citizen. I feel like that this is not Sarah.
Greetings, greetings! Oh, you are most welcome in my chamber. Customers rarely find me up here, but I do so abhor the hustle and bustle of the marketplace.
I take it you're a traveling merchant.
That I am. I have spent more of my life on the road travelling alongside great caravans than I have in any given place in Rivellon. All of this earth is my home, for a few days or even but a few hours at a time, that is. You wouldn't believe some of the things I have seen. Oh yes, a city besieged by the dead isn't even remotely special to me. All the better that it isn't. For you and for me. Because outlandish events lead to outlandish wares.
Let's discuss those wares.
Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter.
End it all! End it all in blood!
Ah, good. She has some wondrous good stuff for us. First, let me get rid of... I've got some gold... No, not gold. The Golden Grail, but the Light Gold Cup. I don't have that much stuff, so I have to make good on what I do have. Because I won't be able to buy a whole lot on here, but I might be able to get a few lockpicks and trap disarming and all that good stuff. I would love to get rid of, get some of these guys on here. Rapture is a fucking amazing spell. Decaying Touch. Yeah, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to pass on any of these skills.
Go stalking in the night by the needles of the million bleeder. They'll end it all in blood.
Okay, and then I can buy one. I can't even buy two of those. Cursed nonsense. But lockpicks are very handy. Let's see if there's something I can maybe... Yeah, a lot of stuff I have is worth nothing. Resurrects ones are super... Oh, no. No. That could work. That could work. That gives me 2 of those kits. Which, to me, is good enough. Oh, and a blank... That guy will work, too. Yes, I think we should just be just fine here. Alright, so let me see.
The hunters go stalking in the night by the needles of the million bleeder. They'll end it all in blood.
Yes. There we go. I don't think I need to have them repair anything though.
The last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail, Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
That guy's got some serious shit going on, guys, if you didn't know. Okay, let's get down to repairing. Oh, do I not have repair tongs? Oh no. Okay, well,
By the filed teeth of Surumar Soul Shredder, the end is nigh. Death comes a-creeping for you, Victoria!
Ah, you have come, yes. That is most satisfactory. Begone, brittle mask of age. Hear me now repeat the words of Brittletooth, the child snatcher of Carador. Come, play with me, for I'm hungry. Come, play, play, play!
this guy is definitely...
The game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. Fun as herring the horror harlequin. But, like the serpentine stalker hisses before the stab, hush now, darkness, darling, hush, hush, and listen to my tale.
The elves of Gandavum, they lived in peace. Oh, yes. But one night, when the moon had hid her face, the orcs of the tribe of Kazuldagar beset our city. They cooked and ate and burned every last one of us. The light of dawn never saw an elf of Gandavum no more.
They cooked and ate and burned. Is it in that order? Because that would denote that they cooked and ate you, then shat you back out, and then burn that feces afterwards. I'm just saying you might want to learn proper imagery when you speak.
All undone. Every last one of us. Except for me, the midnight rambler, away from the city. I was very old back then already, though indeed I whisper of many years hence. But death shall not find me. Oh no, not until every beast of Kazuldagar has been bled.
Right. So... okay.
I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want, and now is almost over. By Kala, Lady of the Last Gaze, I swear it is almost done. Only the very last one of the Kazuldagar still eludes me. The crowning kill that would seal its fate and mine alike.
Right.
I have tracked her down. By the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen sun is setting fast. Color the dusk red, O sword of youth. Bloody the day with the bramble sap that runs through the veins of Victoria. Bring me the amulet that clings to her flesh, soon to fade. And yours shall be the bounty of vindication. Mine, yes, Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand. The heart around which the fingers of that hand must clench and tighten until its choking flesh bulges with blood and its beat slowly breaks.
This guy is very, very descriptive. He's kind of, one might say that he's like the Stephen King of elves.
The orcs of Kazuldagar, they knew my name. Oh yes, by the bite of the roving rattler, they knew my design. And so they sought to save their last, an infant, she who was to be queen. To no avail, oh no. Years, how many I know not. Years I searched, and now she has been found.
Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara Maneater, she is nothing but an orc, a cyst of nature, one of a misbegotten litter dragged into life from the tumoured womb of a filthy, coarse-haired beast that was humped like a dog in the darkness of a stinking hollow.
This guy talks a lot.
Victoria, librarian, daughter, adopted child of Cecil, Mayor of Sicile. There is bloodlust in you. I can feel it. Let it out. Set it free. Undo the last of the Kazuldagar. By the breasts of Sishara Goatsucker, give me my revenge!
That one really just does not sound like it fits. By the breasts of Sishara Goatsuckler. Which would imply it's somebody who suckles on goat teats, but apparently who has breasts of their own. How does that fucking equate to revenge whatsoever? It makes no sense. Right. Let's step out of the room here so we can have a private chat, yeah?
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met outside would turn out to be a vengeance-driven aficionado of assassins.
Yes.
They'll end it all in blood.
As he, right on cue. Yeah, he's as much as a savage as those orcs. And how is Victoria guilty of her tribe's crime if she was but a baby at the time?
Indeed. Victoria probably doesn't even know about her past. And yet, she's on a, let's call him eccentrics, hit list.
All hail Grog. All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
What's going on up here? This is actually quite a room in here. I don't really know what we're doing in here. We're just kind of wandering around, just checking out the place. Don't mind me.
Soon the last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail Grog. All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
Looks like something messy is going on in there. I'm not really sure why I'm looking in there. I really should not be looking in there. I feel like that's an invasion of privacy, yeah? So I feel like the only course of action is to inform Victoria and possibly Cecil that there's a psychopathic fucking old-ass elf who wants to apparently kill Victoria because her family killed his people at some point. But first, is that Maxine?
Oh, golly gosh. One who flaunts the highways and byways of silly old Sicile with the easy elegance of a puss with her tail in the air. I do declare such a sight is rather rare around here. But where are my manners? I am Maxine, and you must be one of those hunters one hears so much about. Charmed, I'm sure. I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands of most exquisite varieties. Maxine rhymes with queen, after all, and dearest. That is hardly a coincidence.
Maxine rhymes with queen. Right, okay, yeah.
Oh, he's a darling old Tom, isn't he? Paws over tails in love with me, and who can blame him? The feeling's, well, it's rather mutual, actually. But that pet of a puss simply doesn't have a penny to his name.
She is totally a gold digger.
At the risk of sounding as shallow as a spaniel, I can't but admit my love does not come unconditionally. What if we were to have kittens, he and I? They'd jolly well starve, wouldn't they, with an alley cat for a papa?
What's that to do with it?
Oh dear Sam, he's such a good old bean. But he does rather reside at the bottom of the scratching pole, doesn't he? And dear me, one must have at least a mite of standards.
Oh my. Well, hi there. Is that Cecil? And who's that person over there? Let's go have ourselves a gander, shall we? This is that side bath place. Yes.
Oh, fancy that. A source hunter barging in when the lady of the house is fully dressed. Who could have fathomed such a thing?
She really is not happy with us appearing there. I can't say I blame her though. We did kind of just appear in front of her when she's in the bath. I do wonder why there's a door from the outside directly to her bathroom. That to me is a little bit odd though.
The lesser key of Salamanders.
Where is she at? There she is.
Where's the third one gone? In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal. Be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Sicil toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that chance had put in his way.
Interesting.
He raised me like I was his own, this kindest of souls, taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and pride.
Yes. So let's discuss Elglander. Elglander, the elf.
Giralizor. Oh, do pardon my language, my friend.
That was really
that is quite
foul.
The startling revelation. So much sadness, so much anguish. Eglandir's tale is heartrending, though it seems that in the pursuit of retribution, he has himself become as great a ghoul as those that wronged him.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Does he not see that I am now the one who is to be wronged? Why, oh why must he make me, of all gentle-minded and life-loving creatures, why must he make me the target of his imperishable hate? Whom have I ever harmed? I live for books, not brutality.
Yeah.
So, let us approach the situation with reason and ask ourselves, where do we go from here? Though, first let me say this. Hashizm bil kushum zunum. From my heart, I thank you for warning me. I thank you and I trust you. So pray, let me pose the question. What do you advise we should do?
It is but your amulet the elf wants as proof of your death. So why not give that to me?
My amulet? But it is Haxmagi, a sacred token that houses the presence of my ancestors. No, I cannot part with my talisman, the keepsake of my soul.
Let's give her a shot. Is that keepsake, no matter how precious, worth your life?
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia Demonium.
Seriously.
I know it by heart.
Go fuck yourself. It's like whatever I choose, immediately.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
You may try and trick me out of my amulet, but you will not succeed.
That's a bunch of crap is what that is. Like, seriously, how does that... What are the odds of that?
A volume of poetry and novels? Rack. Mayhem.
So what...
I know it by heart.
The knight in see-through armor? Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom? Stenteken. No. Esmeralda does have Jagetta, friend. Yes? Have you please do not press me any further. With the power of Haxmagy, I will never part.
You just apparently have him arrested.
It would probably be better if you rather than I informed Captain Aureus, though.
Yeah. Not really pleased about that, but...
What nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Well, if you're like sitting there just staring at the books all day, yes, I'm assuming that there's not going to be a whole lot new for you to find. I wish I could have gotten her, convinced her to give up her amulet, but I felt like I was robbed on there. I picked pretty randomly, and it seemed like every single time, like I only got one win out of that whole thing, which I kind of feel like was like a token. Here, we feel sorry for you because we're cheating that badly. It's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of playing paper, scissors, rock against the computer in a computer game, because it knows what I chose and it can therefore change its choice after the fact. I have no idea if I'm even going to the right spot.
What's the status?
Another peaceful day, sir. Good luck out there, Hunter. Evil
Excellent. Let's keep it that way.
There we go.
About face.
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew.
You again. Do feel free to depart from Sicile at your earliest convenience.
Hold that thought. There's someone that the Legion should arrest.
Whom would you have the Legion arrest? The elf. What in the name of Ahu's arse should I arrest him for?
Nonsense. The man is just senile and quite harmless.
Okay, go fuck yourself, mate. You know that he's dangerous.
Listen, what we handle ourselves, we handle better than the Legion, don't we?
Oh, I see now. I just pick randomly and it, unless there's a specific order that it goes by here. And I just haven't figured it out yet. Maybe. Is that the case here? Find out. Oh, no! No! Oh, no! Go back! Yes! Oh.
No, no. We'll do as I say, and there's an end to it.
So, he wants you to kill that savage the mayor calls his daughter, does he? Hardly seems a crime to do so. But I guess I cannot allow assassinations to take place. I won't arrest him unless I have some actual evidence, though. Or did you think I'd simply take your word for fact? As I suspected.
Yeah. Needless to say, he's not our biggest fan because we just come in making accusations and don't have really any proof of anything we do. We just kind of assume everything. That's sloppier than Sicilian stew.
I'm overheating here.
Warm as dragon's breath.
Takes forever to get around this town. Am I even going to the right place? I have no idea. I get lost in Sicile every fucking time. It's kind of comical, like how badly I get lost. Okay, that's the mayor's house. So here's the Here's the place. So hopefully we can... The problem is I have a feeling that we're going to end up causing a confrontation. If it does go badly, then the best I can do is save Scrummett back to before we talk to him.
Here I wait for thee in the... Yes. 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 The
Yes, we
name
know.
is Victoria.
Like, that, there's nothing... So there's nothing I can talk to him about. And apparently, unless there's something in his room that would act as proof. Let me take a gander in here, yeah? Ho ho! Well, that was a quick way to start things off, yeah? He did not like that. Unfortunately, the problem here is that... Alright, let's get our Oath of Desecration on there. Let's throw it on her. Yes. Oh, I forgot to turn on the... Oh, crap. Well, that's pleasant. I have random people that are attacking me as well, and that's a problem. It's random citizens who are just like, hey, we're going to attack you for shits and giggles. Apparently because we can. This is gonna go so bloody well. Like, we're gonna tell them, hey, we tried to find your proof and we ended up killing 3 people in the process. Nothing, you know, nothing, no big deal. Just, you know.
Power stuff!
He stunned himself. I just realized that. That was quite brilliant of him. Stunned Wolgraff as well, but I mean, that was pretty brilliant, mate. Really good show. Nothing I can do except for shoot. Well, so we leveled up. Why do I feel bad about that? I really shouldn't feel bad about it because it's my own doing.
Deliverance.
Oh my. Bleeding failed. Well, that's probably for the best. Can't imagine what could possibly go wrong in this. Oh yeah, he's gonna be pissed. My cohort's gonna be like, what the hell did you do? You just killed people. This is how we cheat this.
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities. That inspiration hardly flows one way, my friend.
All right. Arrow shaft. Gold? That was actually a decent amount of gold. A backpack. I mean, they had all kinds of good stuff in here. Look at this. Bloody
Now this is valuable.
cloth scraps aren't really worth anything, but what was in here? So, let's see what we got there. Nice. Nice, a level 5 staff, right? Well, that's that'll definitely do something. Let's see, get a comparison. Yeah, that's actually, I mean, the downside is that the attack is really high because of the level difference, but I don't really attack with it, so I can probably get away with putting this on here, I think. Yeah, I think I can. We'll find out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get him leveled up. Let's say skills, he's got the Hydra Fist. I can't remember if I was, well, he's got one in there and one into wands. Yeah, I think we're probably going to save it, and then that way we can level up witchcraft next level. And then I get one of these guys here. That gives me 2 extra ability points. No, it all gives me one extra intelligence points for everybody hating me. Blood Leech, which is super fucking helpful, but more helpful for someone who's in melee range a lot more. Let's see, Magician, that is a good one, but not, I'm using a staff right now. And Zombie's a great one too, but I think I'm going to go with all skilled up. And that will actually, when I save that, that'll actually give me the ability to now level up. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna go with Hydra Fist to kind of level this guy up faster, because I get some of those higher level healing spells and that helps a lot. And then I will just save one for later. And then with her, let's see, 2-handed defense. I do have armor specialist that I would be able to rank up. Pretty much man at arms there. Okay, so I can do the same thing and get all skilled up here. Immunity to fear. Could do a leech on her though, that may be helpful. Could do politician as well, that's actually not a bad one. So I already have one in charisma, so maybe I'll do politician. That might make some conversation points a little bit easier, and then we'll just save a point for her for later. Dude, he's gonna be so pissed. Why did I just equip that? Okay, so I'm gonna go take this back to the orc girl so she can tell me about it. I did not at all play out how I wanted it to. I was hoping that I could just trick the guy into leaving and not brutally murder him. Now I'm gonna have to explain why I killed. So anybody curious on how not to investigate a crime and obtain proof, that would be a primary example.
The night Turjageta, friend. It fudge. You killed him. I had so hoped no more blood needed spilling, but I suppose it is not for me to judge your actions. The sun that is your chivalry has dissolved the dew that was Eglandir's hate. May the gods bless your heart and shield your soul from harm.
I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Sternticken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
All right, so now let's check out some armor upgrades here. That's not going to work at all.
Sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay.
Well, that's a dagger. So, looks like we got some stuff for Wolgraf, maybe.
This isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Yeah, Graceful Dagger of the Doctor. Alright, we'll take that. And then let's see what we've got here. Oh, that's actually downgrade. Although the Elegant Mail Armor is not.
This is the grimoire I'm looking for.
I missed that one.
The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Yeah, I'll take that. Gives her a nice upgrade to armor. I still have no... I do have that, but that doesn't do anything.
Volume 1, Volume 2. Where has the third one gone?
Encyclopedia Daemonium.
Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Yeah, that's not even... How does that make any sense?
The knight in see-through armor. Princess Buttercup.
Oh, it's cloth armor, so... The nice robe is even better than that. Jeez. So useless. Okay then. Well, that's that was a fun experience there. All right, so I guess did that complete the quest? Yeah. Yeah, she would have preferred a more peaceful solution. Well, maybe you should have thought of that before you wouldn't give me a damn amulet. People and their stupid nonsense. Okay, so next on our list, the Fabulous Five. I'll have to handle when I'm out in the middle nowhere.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Let's see, the Councillor's wife.
Bleeding waste, standing here without so much as a piglet in the pen.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Okay. So, first of all, let me go talk to Unsinkable Sam. I just love the way he says his name. Unsinkable Sam.
I think I'll sleep by the fire. Aye, so there's the rub. I am but a stray, and she is the mayor's cat. Oh, I do understand her, I do. She wants a Tom of means, not privation. One who brings home the sardines and the occasional halibut. Would that I still had my collar. Such a marvel it was, as bejeweled as the night sky with precious stones, said to have once been worn by a far-off Maharaja's best hunting cheater. Like the king of all cats I looked when I wore it. A gift bestowed upon me by a princess whom I had kept company during a long and perilous voyage. A precious band of gemstones, lost as I was tossed around by the waves like a ball in a game of catch. Among the waves it remains, I imagine. Worn perhaps by a crab who fancies himself a Caesar with it. If only I could be the Caesar again, and Maxine my Caesarina.
Yes, and that's only the trigger once I finally get myself out and doing things. I feel like that's like what, level 3?
So you're just hanging around again, are you? Waiting for what?
I mean, we can give it a shot. We can step on out the gates and see how bad it will get, depending on if I get lost. I believe Jake's murder. Where am I at on Jake's murder? Let's see. Where is it at? Mysterious murder. Oh, okay, until we've inspected the counselor's corpse. Which I can't remember. I don't think we found it. Okay. I'll have to figure out where I think I'll have to go talk to Arius or Arhu, both in the same building. Figure out where the corpse went. And that way I can kind of make a determination as to the next course of action. Because I don't want to go out into the wilderness just yet until I have a good inkling of the direction I'm going to be going. Because otherwise you end up getting really lost and confused in this, I'm not going to lie. I also wish there was a little bit quicker version of a fast travel. Oh, this is good stuff right here. Hold on. I'm going to quick save this. So, real quick.
Greetings. These stores are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest.
Step aside! Step aside! This maniac's gonna turn me into a meat pie!
Isn't it a chicken's destiny to be eaten? This chicken has a right to live too!
Come on, chicken, 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 viens chez papa.
So the real question is, should I let it go or not? Let's see. She's gonna disagree, of course, because she's a bloody maniac. Oh, yeah. Alright, we'll do it your way.
No!
Shink.
I need a moment to reflect.
What the hell?
Compassion indeed seems rather less important to you of late.
Troops. Rivellon's
Yes.
finest. Work up mighty fine appetite, serving 7.
Okay, let's get up in there. We just helped someone butcher an innocent chicken. Okay, so our first stop is to talk to Arius.
What now? Yes. Have you found any incriminating evidence? Like I said, the girl's known to be a flirt. I see. You've come to report a dead sheep. A heap of mutton that sailed into view upon your robbing the grave of a councillor. Lovely. I'm Captain Arius, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Sicil. By which I mean I have the...
Yeah, and he of course has nothing to add to that conversation at all. Let's quiz Arhu about it.
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
I found the second teleporter pyramid in Lady Cecilia's bathroom. I didn't peg you for a peeping tomcat.
What? I'd never. If you must know, I was merely checking up on Maxine, the mayor's cat. What a delight she is. The temperament of a tiger, the grace of a leopard, and the manners of a lady all rolled into one. A perfect puss, if ever there was one.
Literally, I'm not even kidding you. We've got a love triangle here. If you guys are hashtag Team Arhu or hashtag Team Sam. Oh, god damn.
By all means. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. His body is gone, replaced with that of a sheep. This is all very disconcerting, to say the least. Grave robbery reeks of necromancy. Could Jake have been involved with those that raise the dead?
That is a very strong insinuation, my friend.
It seems too improbable to be true, but nevertheless. You're onto something, Hunter. Do follow the scent and see where it leads you. I myself have none. even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted Jake's wife Esmeralda. Now, it may well be established that she is in fact the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so very easily resolved, I wouldn't have sent for source hunters.
That's fair. Let's see if he's got... Oh, yes. I do need a repair hammer. Let's see.
I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous to us because of their alliance with what should be a natural enemy. You won't see me teaming up with a terrier in a hurry.
Let's see. A few questions about Cyseal.
And what might those be?
Yes. Someone mentioned one of your failed experiments. A robot, as it were.
One of them? Failed? Who is the mongrel that dares to question my engineering expertise? I take it the mutt in question was referring to the Sparkmaster 5000. It isn't failing, it just became... well, it became self-aware.
It became self-aware.
When that happens.
Frightfully annoying when that happens. Just the casual dismissal of the fact that he created artificial intelligence and it rebelled on him. What could possibly be seen as wrong with that?
You know what? Here's the remote access device with which I used to control it. There's a manual for that somewhere around here, too. Yours, if you can find it. I really should invite Victoria one of these days, so she can help me organize my mess of a library.
Yeah, you really should. I might have consulted him before I sorted out that business with, with the elf that I ended up murdering because I didn't want him to murder someone else. Reese cups. How do you design those magical ballista of yours?
Oh, a mere trifle for one with the intellect of a feline and the engineering skills of a human. You basically construct a classic ballista, add a 100% legally obtained self-regenerating source of destructive magic to it, and Bobcat's your uncle.
That was a very non-answer.
Those who are raising the dead dwell among us. They simply must be. But even though I've spent many a night leaping from tree to rooftop, watching on as citizens stagger home from the inn or simply burn the midnight oil, I haven't spied a single soul worthy of true suspicion.
Interesting.
The enemy is wily. They know us better than we know them, and they've found ways to avoid both detection and distrust. Yet I am somehow convinced that you may succeed where the Legion and I have failed. Call it instinct.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we've got some new bits. What the hell is that giant rock? And why can't I steal it? I can steal the basket that it's in, but I can't steal the rock. That is obnoxious. Why would you do that to me? Positive note, we have a repair hammer. And nobody that has any repair skills. She does have an ability point. Is it blacksmithing? Yes, okay. So we're gonna give her a point into repair so that she can repair a damn thing. I know I have. Where is it? Where is it? Who has it? Which one of you sons of ducks has the repair hammer? I know I bought them. I know I bought a repair hammer. I'm not going crazy. What in the hell?
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, I bought it just here. Just now. I bought it. I know I fucking bought it. Where? Where is it? Arhu, you better not be taking the piss, mate. That's not cool. I bought a repair hammer from you, and now it's disappeared. That is just not nice at all. Anyway, let's go and see if we can find the it's right here, I believe.
Fortune!
Okay, so in any case, so we've got this repair manual. So we've got this controller here, yeah. Sparkmaster 5000. Oh, open this up here. Angry, happy, angry vents the steam. Angry, angry, sleepy discharges electricity, which will electrify that steam. Sleepy, sleepy, happy, weapons deactivated. Angry, 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 universal controller deactivated. Probably not the best idea. Happy, happy, happy is party time. Woohoo! Have fun! It's just disturbing on so many levels. Oh my. Okay, I think we're done here. Arhu stole a repair hammer. What a bastard. Maybe I'm buying one from him.
What now?
He's so obnoxious, by the way. I really get annoyed with him. Okay. Well, if I wanted a shield at some point. I don't have enough money for it, but those shields are very, very handy. I do have these guys to sell, which will help me just pad up the amount of money I have. I'm really annoyed that repair hammer just magically disappeared. I know I bought that damn thing. I know I bought it. And I feel like I was robbed. Let's see if she has one, maybe.
Divines doubly bless you, friend.
God damn it. Nobody's gonna have a fucking repair hammer. And all of my stuff is gonna break. Screw all of you. You are despicable people.
I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you.
Okay, so she doesn't have one either. Maybe I can find one in the marketplace. Here's the hoping. And then we're gonna, once I get all my gear repaired, then we'll head out into the wilderness.
Potatoes.
Not the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice.
Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapors?
So we bought it. But where, what in the... Who? Oh my gosh. Oh my, what am I doing? No! Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
I know exactly what happened. 4 of them. Would you believe that I have 4 repair hammers?
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for hard potatoes. No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Eat a big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
remember. Are they consumed? No, they're not.
Potions to be
Ah!
muscled. Ooh, so that item interests you, yes? I can let you have it for a very reasonable price indeed.
Good, because I didn't mean to fucking steal it. Okay, so we sold 3 of those. That helps me get some money back, yeah? And the pickaxe, I could get that. 133. Oh, I just got some Hydra Fist. What do I got? Freezing Touch, Water of Life. Teleportation, that's not the right one. So I've got regeneration, I've got I don't believe I have rain yet. I can't afford rain, but I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, because he's got regeneration is the only Hydra Fist ability.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
All of this repaired up. Okay. Repair, 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 repair.
Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Make sure that we are all in tip-top shape. Okay, so now we are all fixed up on here. And I think we are pretty much settled in and ready to go out into the wilderness on here. I think we're in about as good a shape as we possibly can be after murdering a poor old man. Because apparently that's the type of people we are. Okay.
I could do with a cold drink.
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
Yes, yes, we will. We shall. There we go. I hate this nonsense. All right. Okay, so I think that should do a pretty good job of winding up our 3rd episode, I say? Yeah, third episode. It's one of those episodes between the first and the last, I certainly hope. In any case, though, we have a nice way of going about things, although I'm really annoyed about royally screwing up that little bit about the goddamn, I don't even remember. See, my mind is already trying to repress the memory of it because it's bothered me so much. The old elf guy, we couldn't convince her to give us the amulet because I feel like we really got robbed there. That was, I really do. I feel like that should have been easy ask, and we just royally botched that. But yeah, so there's that. Let's go and... Are you sure you want to quit the game? Yes. Unfortunately, as sad as it is, we really should be going. And that's the truth of it. So in any case, let's go ahead and get some music queued up here. So today, we kind of cleaned up all of our side missions that we can kind of get handled today. So on Friday's episode, we will be able to kind of start venturing out into the wilds where the undead roam free. And we can start tackling all the expedition points around the map, which is going to be gloriously painful, I have no doubt. I'm probably going to die on the first encounter outside of the gates. Because, you know, why not? In any case, it's interesting that the moment I stop playing the game, apparently the stream quality drops to crap. I mean, I guess I'm glad that it didn't do it while the game was playing. That's really weird. I'm not sure exactly why that happens, but anyway, let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw host over to size 16. He's playing some good old-fashioned Dragon Age Origins, which is good stuff. And yeah, I think is he still on his first playthrough? I think he is. So definitely gonna be pretty interesting. So we'll go over and hop over to him and give him a hello and show him, like, say hi to him and all that good stuff. So anyway, we'll get signed off here for the night. We'll be back on Wednesday for a Mortiel Fallacy, and then Friday again for another Divinity stream. So until next time, we'll catch you guys then. You guys have a good one, and try not to murder any old elves.